Hello everyone, welcome to our Pragmatic Tricks channel. Today we are going to see how to perform the critical business functionality like uploading a data from an Excel to a SharePoint list. Let's say in some requirement we will have to input some data to the Excel as a master data. In that case we will get some input from the users as an Excel sheet and then we will upload the same into the SharePoint list. Here we are going to use Power Automate to do our functional. This is our Power Apps environment. So under this environment we are going to perform these operations. So again I will show you that content. So this is a list which we are going to on which we are going to input some data. So for that we need to prepare a template document. So this is I have created a document library called bulk upload, and then I have created two folders. One is arcade folder, another one is a template folder. So inside the template folder we will have the sample document. So using that document we will create the records, and then we need to paste that record into this folder. So if the document is placed here, the Power Automate should get triggered, and then it will start to import the data into that SharePoint list. Once all the records are imported into the SharePoint list, that document should be moved to the archived folder. So as of now we don't have any file in that archived folder. So this is a template document. So here I'm opening that. So when we are creating a template Excel, so this should be the template. Actually we need to insert a table inside the Excel document so that it will be easy to be read by the system. Now we will start to work on creating the Power Automate flow. So I am closing the document. I am moving to this side. I am going to create new flow. That flow will be automated cloud flow. For time being when a file is created in a folder, right? So the flow name, bulk input products. Create. So we are using the dev site. So which folder we are referring? So we are going to refer the bulk upload. So if the file is pasted in this folder, inside this bulk upload folder, then the trigger will get, that flow will get triggered. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to read we are going to retrieve the table inside the file. So one more thing I forgot to do, that I need to provide the table name here. Actually, yeah. So here we are having the table name as table 1, right? So I am renaming it to products. Now the file is saved. Close it now. So they are asking for the location of the file. Document library is the bulk upload is a library. encoded value I am giving. So here I need to provide the custom value because it will be detected based on the runtime only, right? So I am providing the table name as products. So it will read all the records in the table. Now what I am going to do, I am going to loop the records. Create item in the SharePoint list. Create site address will be list name, product catalog, and I'm modifying into now we need to map the column properly. So here click on the dynamic expression. Here items of that loop value. Hello cards underscore. We need to provide underscore to replace the space. So as the Power Automate will not consider the space. So here we need to provide, now we are mapping with the title, right? So we need to check what's the column for that title field in the import document. So here for title we are having the product as the text, right? So we will provide product here. Click OK. Now the product value is mapping. Here it's a product ID. Just I'm copying this text and then using here. So here it's a product ID, right? So here it's a text here, product ID. Product ID. Now again I am copying. This is for the product description. So for product description, this is the header name. Okay. So now all the columns are mapped properly. So now one more thing I forgot to do. So now we are taking the list rows present in this table, right? So here this table contains around 100 rows, right? 100 rows. So that loop will go for 100 times. So we need to check one condition before creating a record, otherwise it will create some empty records or else the flow will get failed. So I need to check some condition. Here check empty row. So this is the product, right? As the product is a mandatory field, that Excel should have the field mandatory. So now I am checking whether the field is empty or not. If that is empty, true, then it will go no action in the yes part. If that record is not empty, better I will provide false here. If that record is not empty, then we will use that field value and then we will create the record. Okay. Now let's save and test the flow. as I am saved. So it is expecting the action to be performed. So now what I do, copy to which folder? That bulk template, bulk upload folder, right? So copy here. The file got copied here. Now the flow started to work. I will check whether the data is pushing properly. See, now these 5 records are imported. So we are having 5 records in the Excel. So now all the 5 records are imported successfully into the SharePoint list. Now what I do, now we need to write some logic to move this file to the archived folder, right? After creating that, so what we need to do, we need to, I am deleting this file again to resimulate the scenario. I deleted the file. Then here I am deleting those 5 records because we are going to rerun the flow. Okay, now I am moving back to the Power Automate flow. I am creating, I am going to move file. Current site is the dev site. File to move. We need to move the file. The destination will be the same dev site. So the folder will be the archived folder. Bulk upload. Sorry, inside that bulk upload, folder name is archive. So if that file is already exists, we will replace the new file. So that is done. Okay, now we have added the logic to move the file to the archived folder once that file input is done. Now I am going back. So now you will see the run history after putting that. Now the same thing I am doing, copy to bulk upload folder. Now the flow should get triggered. Usually it will take few seconds to get triggered, as SharePoint is a different data source. They are giving more preference for the Dataverse because they are interconnected. Now the flow got triggered. Let us see whether the data are imported into that document list. Again the files are imported into the SharePoint list, but why? I am checking whether that file got moved into the system, into the archive folder or not. So it is not yet moved. So we will go and then we will see what's the error actually. System cannot find the file specified. File to move. Oh, shit. So I have used that encoded format, so it is expecting that file name should be properly matched. I'm editing. Move file. Insert that. Again testing the same run history. Now we will see that the flow is getting passed or not. It reputs the same record again. But here still the flow is running. It is trying to move the file from one place to another place. Flow got failed again. See, now we are getting this error. Bulk upload cannot be moved because it is locked in the locked mode. Actually, what's happening here? We were open the Excel to read, right? Read the table. So now we are trying to move the same file from one path to another path. So that's why it is throwing this error saying that that file is locked. So in that case, what we need to do? We need to put some delay. Delay for 7 minutes. Actually, that session will be available for 6 minutes in that Power Automate. So we are making the delay as 7. Then if we try, it will move the file properly. Now what I do, I will remove all the duplicate data to retest the same scenario. All the records are deleted here. Now I will remove this file also. Now as we save the flow, now we need to copy the file from template. Copy to bulk upload. Copy here. Now the file should be moved to the bulk upload folder. Now we will see whether the flow is triggered or not. Still not triggered actually. Let me refresh the page again. Now the flow got triggered. It started. See here. So now the records are imported, but still the flow is running. Previous time it was executing for around 28 to 30 seconds. After that, it got failed. Now it is still going as we put delay. So this will take around 7 minutes. See, now the flow ran successfully. The status is succeeded. Now we will go and see whether that file got moved to that arcade folder. Yes. Now we couldn't see any file in this bulk upload folder, right? So if we move into that arcade folder, we can see that file has moved. Yes. Finally, we are having these 5 records in the Excel sheet. Now all those 5 records are moved to our SharePoint list successfully. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching our video.